Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Myst stream. How is everyone doing? Let me see. Let me see who we have in the chat. Hello, Yokai, and hello, Mahidris. Thank you for the 7-month sub. You are the best. How are my audio levels? Can you hear me? Ricanti, can you hear me? Hey, Ricanti, can you hear me? All right, cool. That's wonderful. So hold on. We're gonna play some Myst tonight. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna switch my camera here using the magic of Streamlabs. Oh, I guess we should do announcements. We don't need announcements. You already know my announcements. We have a Discord. We have a podcast, and you can find me on Instagram and all the other things. Can we get one of our mods to shout out our Discord? Give me that Discord link. Thank you, Ricanti, and thank you, 32-bit kid, for the 32 bits. Welcome. We're about to play some Myst. 32-bit kid, have you played Myst before? Let me see some emotes in the chat if you have played Myst. I'm gonna switch my thing here. One moment. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So we are playing the oh geez, already with the lost Gromlin emotes. When it was on CD, yeah. Myst was released originally for the Mac in 1993. Came out a year later in '94 for the PC. It was one of, maybe not the first game for CD-ROM, but the game that made the CD-ROM format take off for video games. It was huge bestseller. It was the thing that made CD-ROMs a thing. The now obsolete media format of CD-ROMs. Do y'all remember CD-ROMs? Remember when you'd go to a computer game store and you'd buy a CD-ROM and it would come in the cardboard box? Anyway, I got a digital copy of this version of Myst. This is the remake, the newest version I'm aware of, from last year, 2021, and we are going to play it now. CD-ROMs, yes, very seedy. So my ulterior motive in playing this game, maybe not ulterior.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure, the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello, Jandre Loon. Welcome. When Windows XP came out, Myst couldn't run because of how the system RAM was changed. I didn't know that, but that makes sense. Alright, we're gonna play some Myst. Are you all ready for this? So, my ulterior motive for playing this game, I have a video game club at work, which is similar to a book club, where each month or so we choose a different game to play, and there's one person who will nominate games from whatever category they choose. Everyone else will vote on it, and eventually decide on a game to play, and then we all play the game and discuss it together. And this month the game is Myst, and believe it or not, I was the one who nominated this game. My category for games was 1994, so I nominated a bunch of games from that year, including a bunch of Super Nintendo games, including Myst. So this is the game that everyone voted on, and the game that we were playing. So I am playing this game now to refresh my memory on this game that I played many years ago, so that I can be prepared to discuss it, but also I'm streaming this, and I'm going to make the VOD available, and if anyone from the game club either doesn't have Myst, or doesn't want to purchase Myst, or just can't be bothered to play Myst, but still wants to be part of the fun, you can watch me play Myst. You might be from my game club right now, watching this, and if you are, hello, welcome to the stream. So, I'm going to play this game. I've played it before. I'm not a super expert in this game. I'm probably not going to remember everything, but I am going to remember a decent amount. So, I'm not just going to, like, speed run through this. If you have played this game before, and you know the route, and you know the tricks and the story and everything, then you will know it is possible to beat this game. There are multiple endings, of course, but it is possible to get the good ending in about 2 minutes, if you know exactly what to do. But to some extent, I'm going to pretend I don't know what I do. And in some ways, I'm going to pretend I do know what I'm doing so that I can kind of explain this game and hopefully make it an enjoyable experience for you. So I hope that sounds good to all of you. So my favorite thing about Myst, the whole deal with this game, you're just kind of plopped on this island. The thing I like most about it is the sense of isolation. They really give you almost no guidance. They just drop you on this island. You get to explore, and you get to figure it out for yourself. So we start out, we're on this boat dock here. We got this kind of sunken ship. I'm just going to walk around the island a little bit. We got this fancy gear. We don't know what this does yet, but we will soon. Hey, Mahedris, have you played Myst before? I know Ricanti has. I made her play a little bit of it earlier today. Oh no! Yeah, if you're from Game Club and you don't want to get spoiled, you should leave the stream immediately. Alright, so we had the sunken ship, we had the gear, we got this building here. You got this little button you press to open the door. This game is all about buttons and levers. I love it. Just give me those gears and cranks and levers. We got another button on the inside here, which turns off the lights. We get this cool kind of planetarium thing. Also, this game, the 2021 version of Myst, added optional VR support. I, of course, am not playing in VR right now, but this part I think would be really fun. This planetary room like this would be great. So, we got this control panel here. Enter a date, a time. Shows us some part of the night sky, which is neat. But I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Not Myst, but I played a bit of Myst 3 before getting really annoyed and giving up. Yes, that sounds very much like Myst. Yeah, this game is very well known for its kind of obtuse puzzles. It's the kind of thing, and you have to remember, this game came out like before GameFAQs was a thing. So like, you either had like a actual paper, like, you know, book, like strategy guide, or you were just like hosed. Alright, so we left the planetarium for now because I don't really know what I'm doing. We can see there's this kind of tower, like a mountain with this tower built into it behind this building. This is like the central, most important building on the Myst Island. This is the library. Myst 3, more like pissed me off 3. Alright, so we are in the library here. The game tells us we can use spacebar to take a screenshot, which is a nice feature they added, because if you didn't have that in the original game, you were stuck writing things in a notebook. Alright, so got a couple cool things here. We got this map. Can rotate this thing, but I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Oh, I hear something making a noise. That's another big thing in this game. There are lots of levers and buttons, and you never know what they do. But sometimes you'll hear a sound in the background, and you'll wonder, what did I do? And then you gotta figure it out. Alright, we got these books here. There is a blue book with a blue page, and a red book with a red page. So, the elementary school version of Mahedris did not have the patience. Yeah, that's understandable. Alright, so we open this red book. and there's a whole bunch of static. Well, if you don't have the patience for this game, do you have the patience to watch me play this game? I hope you do. I need you. I need you to mod my chat. Oh, I missed some messages. Yokai said Myst is cute. Thank you, Yokai. I think you're cute. Alright, so that wasn't too helpful, but let's pick up this red page and see what happens. So we can put the red page in the red book. Oh, shoot, there's a guy. Yeah, Majors, that's my goal here.
Bring me a red page.
For you and anyone from Game Club who might be here, my goal is to allow you to enjoy the experience of Myst without having to struggle through actually playing Myst. Hello, Done Randomly. Welcome. Aw, you're sweet. Oh, yeah, while this bozo's talking, I'll step back and show off my outfit.
There's one thing I know. To be missing. You must.
Okay, so I was kind of talking over this business with the red page, but the basic idea is originally you had this book, we opened it up, it looks like some portal to some other kind of world, but we couldn't really see anything, it was just a whole bunch of static. And then we placed the red page in the red book, and we see that there's a dude who appears to be inside this world within the book. There was still a lot of static. He said, I can't see you, and he said, bring me a red page. We got a blue book over here. Yes, the witness. Thank you for mentioning that, Jandrilian. It is very good. I have played The Witness and I love it. It was probably inspired in a lot of ways by Myst. Hello, ABSP. Welcome. ABSP, have you played Myst before? We're playing Myst tonight. So, we got the blue book. Same deal. I put the blue page in the blue book, and we're going to see what happens.
Serious? Stop. You. A seal? You must looking on. Think help me.
That blue book dude's freaking me out a little bit.
Forever and ever. Pages. Have the blue pages.
He didn't have a good enough computer. Jeez. Well, I guess at the time maybe he needed a good computer. Now you can play this game on like a Commodore 64. Like a Casio wristwatch. Alright, so kind of the same deal. We put the blue page in the blue book and we could kind of faintly see this dude, but can't really understand him too clearly. So I'm going to leave that here for now. Other things. We got a fireplace. You can go inside. This is like par for the course for Myst. We got a lot of buttons, a lot of things that appear to be puzzles, but no guidance whatsoever. So since I don't know what the heck I'm doing with the fireplace, I'll leave it alone for now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to leave the library briefly. We're going to return here soon. I'm going to keep exploring the island for now. And if anyone in the chat wants to backseat game, feel free to do so. I'm just, like I said, I'm playing this for fun. I already know what happens in this game. Alright, we got this rocket ship here. We got a button. And just like all of the buttons and switches and levers in the game, it appears to not really do anything. Alright, we got this fountain with a mini sunken ship in it. And hey, that looks like the sunken ship we saw before. How neat is that? We got these little dealies. You can turn these switches and some symbols appear. That's kind of neat. But again, don't really know what that means. We got this building. This is cool. Also, I just want to back up for a second and point this out, because this is something I love about the game. You ready? I talked about before, I love this feeling of, isolation. They just drop you on this island. Aside from the dudes in the book that we saw, there's no one actually physically on the island to, interact with. You're really just left to figure it out for yourself. That's one thing I love about the game. Another thing I love is their use of music and sound. So, there's, no background music right now. Occasionally you get the sound of, the birds overhead or whatever. So no music, but then you walk in here, and you start descending this staircase. And now you get this music, which I feel like just kind of evokes these feelings of, curiosity and, exploration. And you get these, crazy, Jules Verne-looking, old-timey, sci-fi machines. I just love that. Alright, so we're in this room here. We got some buttons. You can press them and the numbers go up, which is pretty neat. Turn them off, the numbers go back down. And this thing here tells us the left thing is labeled power. And this is power to ship generator switches. But this is yet another thing. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Alright, continuing our exploration of the island. We have this lovely clock we can't get to because apparently our character is afraid of water, so we cannot swim over there. But we got this clock and this little floating gear. Oh, we got this thing. More levers. Look at this. We can change the time. How neat is that? What are they so afraid of? Ah, Recanti. I see what you did there. Oh, also, I had to tinker with my emotes before this. I officially have more emotes that Recanti drew for me than I do available slots. But I made sure that the map gremlin was available today, because we're definitely going to need that for when I get lost. I think the last thing I want to see on the island for now is we have this kind of sectioned off area here. This brick wall. It looks like it's surrounding this tree, which appears to be the tallest tree in the area. So maybe that'll be important. Who knows? So we got the tree, and next to the tree is this cabin. So we got this kind of pressure indicator here. Yet another knob that we can turn that appears to do nothing at the moment. We got a safe on the wall. Wouldn't it be super if we knew the combination? I think that's pretty much everything we can explore right now. That's it! That's Myst! We did it! Hello, Cora. Welcome. The remake is pretty. This looks really good. I've played several versions of the game. The last one I played was called Real Myst, which came out in 2014. Which doesn't seem that long ago, but it's been, what, 8 years? I guess we're due for another Myst remake soon. So there's one area we haven't gone in yet. We got this fancy door here. And look! The button actually did something for once. I'm getting caught up on chat. Bear with me. Oh, I see some comments I missed earlier. Done randomly and Yokai both said some nice things about my outfit. Thank you. You are sweet. No, this isn't a cosplay, just a random dress. Alright, so we got this fancy looking thing. So you can hit this green button to turn it off, and you can turn it back on again. You get this fancy wave pattern, which is neat. Hey, look, there's a note on the wall. Okay. It says settings, so we now know this is the dimensional imager. So, for the topographical extrusion test, it says 40, marker switch diagram 47, water turbulent pool 67. So I'm gonna hit that button. Alright, it's currently set to 67. Oh, Cora, this is, you have the ability to do like randomized puzzles. I'm just doing the classic version, so I remember how to do it, but I'm trying to explain my way, as I go through it for anyone who has not played it before, so they can enjoy the experience rather than just watching me push a bunch of buttons without explaining what I'm doing. Alright. So this is currently set to the, what is this, the water turbulent pool. So let's try the topographical extrusion test. It's 40. This is partly me playing dumb, but partly me also like not really entirely knowing how to do this. Alright, we did it, everyone. We did the topographical extrusion test. So this is like, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a representation of like the Myst Island without, you know, all the buildings, like man-made things. This is just like the topography, like you got this big like mountain here. Anyway. So what else can we do with this? We got marker switch diagram 47. Yokai says, I wish I could wear that myself. Good news, you can. What else am I gonna do? 47? Is that what? Yeah, right. So the only one we haven't tried yet is this marker switch diagram 47. Holy moly, it's a marker switch. So we now know what the marker switches are. They look like this. I think that's all we can do for now, because if we try entering any other number, it does nothing. Alright, so I think we did everything we can here for now. And hey, check this out. It's one of those marker switches we just saw the diagram for. Up here in the gear, there's another marker switch. So we've seen a couple of these marker switches around the island, but I haven't actually flipped any of them yet. So I might try flipping one of the switches and see what happens. Are you ready for this? I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip a switch. Cora says, have you played Abduction? Yes, I have. Abduction is the spiritual successor to Myst. I played it and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Alright, we got the switch outside the rocket ship here, and I'm going to flip it. And like many other switches in the game, it appears nothing happened. But something actually did happen, and I'm going to show you what that is right now. So, if we go back to the map inside the library, we can see previously this was blank, and now we see a rocket ship here, which just so happens to be the switch that I flipped. So, we've learned that when you flip the marker switches, it makes these landmarks appear on the map. How neat is that? So I'm going to go around and I'm going to start flipping these marker switches, because why the heck not? And also, check this out. It's a note. Catherine, I've left for you a message of the utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atris. Atris? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But we got some information here. We now know there's a message waiting for us. We have to enter the number of marker switches. So I'm going to go around the island, and I'm going to find and count all these marker switches. And I'm going to turn them on as I go. So, we got the boat dock here. Oh, first one we turn on is the rocket. So this makes 2. We got another one up by the gear. 3. We got the planetarium. That is 4. Check this out. We got more things appearing on the map. We got the fountain. That's 5, right? Of course, there's Atris. Alright. That's 6. 7. It's the cabin. And there's an 8th switch by the clock, which we can't reach yet. We got 8 switches total. That's how many I've counted. So let's go check out this message now that we got them switches. Oh, actually, before I do that, we go back to the library. And check this out. We got so many things that appeared on the map. How neat is that? What if you flip all the switches? Well, I can't reach the one by the clock yet, so we're gonna have to wait patiently. This is in fact my natural hair. I don't want to bother with a wig tonight. Alright. So, back to our thing. And we're going to enter the number of marker switches and see what Atris has to say. Yo, is it weird that we're, like, listening to this dude's, like, private messages to his wife? Although, I don't know. He's leaving notes around the island, so whatever. It's not that private. This is, like, the worst, like, security ever. It's, like, security through obscurity. Like, hoping nobody figures out the puzzle in this island. Alright, let's get this message. Are you ready?
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar. But I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. I should have known not to have left my library unchecked for so long. I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in the places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access key, remember the tower rotation, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble hearing the whole thing. The game background music was a little bit too loud, but it sounded like he had these 2 books that were destroyed. He had to go, something of the utmost importance. He said there were other books that remained hidden in their places of protection. And he also said to remember, basically if you don't know what to do, remember the tower rotation in the library. So, let's go check out the tower rotation. Oh yeah, rotating the tower. So we can see, we got this tower thing, we can rotate it. And when you get to certain landmarks, this line here kind of changes from white to red, and it like snaps into place. So I'm going to rotate it towards the gear. And yeah, of course, I could, if I were interested in speedrunning this game, I could be just doing it faster without explaining it, but what fun would that be? So if you look carefully, I rotated the tower towards the gear, where I'm standing right now, and you can see there's this kind of viewing window or like slit cut in the tower that is now facing the gear. Neat. Yokai, how are you doing this evening? Have you played Myst before? I think most people in the chat have, but I can't remember if you did. Alright, so we've rotated the tower. I came back to the library. This is one thing we haven't looked at yet. We get these kind of paintings on the wall here. There's one that shows this door pointing to the outside. We try pulling that. Nothing happens. We get this other one. We pull this lever. Oh, check it out. So pulling that lever kind of closed this door to the outside and opened up this secret passage through the bookshelf here. And now we get to go into an elevator. This game loves elevators. There are so many elevators. Hello, Thunderfoot Bros. Welcome. Which bro am I dealing with this evening? Is this Sane? Or is this Bacon? What would Yokai say? I'm doing well. Completely unfamiliar with Myst, then you are in for a treat. Aw, you're so sweet. What about you, Thunderfoot Bros? Have you played Myst? Aw. Even without a cosplay, I'm still a doll. You are sweet. Alright, so we just opened up the secret passageway in the library, went through this hallway, we found an elevator, and we took the elevator. We went from the library to the tower. Just to be really thorough, I shut the door, press this again, and to prove there are no shenanigans going on, these are the only two floors you can go to. We have the ground floor, which is the library, and then we get the top floor, which is the tower. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the tower for now. You've never ever played Myst. Oh man, you are in for a treat. This game involves lots of buttons and levers and switches that appear to not do anything. But often they do things, just behind the scenes. Alright, so we get out of the elevator, and there are two kind of images in these like gold plaques here. There's the book and the key. And I'm sure these symbolize something. If I were a smarter streamer, I would be able to explain it. Probably how like knowledge is the key, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go up this ladder, on the book side. Yeah, Cora, I agree, they should remake Riven. I don't know why they've remade Myst like 900 times, but to my knowledge, they have not like remade Riven. I think they've like re-released the original one. Alright, so check this out. This is the viewing window we just saw. We are now looking at the gears. Cool. Attempts to climb back down this ladder. There we go. Alright, so what does the key say? It says 240 221. So, back in the day, if we were playing this on Windows 3.1 and a CD-ROM, I would have to like write this down in a notebook. They added a feature, like a built-in kind of screen capture thing, so I'm gonna do that. So, we know that when we point the tower to the gear, we get this clue, 240 221. Hello, Raven Kitari, welcome. Never play Myst on the 3DS. Yeah, it's been like released on like 900 different consoles with like varying degrees of jankiness. I've heard the Switch version was also pretty janky. That's what Canty was playing earlier. Okay, so we went from the tower back to the library. I'll pull this lever here. So before we continue, I'm gonna go to the library here. We opened up the secret passageway behind this bookshelf, but we haven't actually looked at the books themselves. You can see most of them are burned up and like destroyed, but there are a couple that we actually can read. Now this is the part where, if you want to use the cheese emote and call me cheesy for this, you would be totally correct to do so. If this is your first playthrough, you wouldn't really know anything about any of these books. They're all labeled. We got one called what is this? Why can't I read this? Oh, Channelwood, Stone Ship, the Selenitic Age of Myst, Mechanical, and then this one, which is not labeled. But because I have played this before, I'm going to choose to read the Stone Ship one. Let's see how long this is. I don't know if I'm going to read this whole thing now. If I were to read this, we'd get some backstory. Alright, so we got the story about these people, Emmett and Branch. Yeah, yes, Mahadris. I totally deserve that cheese emote. And we have our first channel redemption of the evening, Poke for Raven. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, library simulator. Listen, I'm getting my knowledge here. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this whole thing out loud on stream. I'm gonna give you the TLDR version. Alright, so we got Emmett and Branch living on this island. They found this new boy named Will. They swam and enjoyed their perfect world. Sounds nice. Alright, a strange thing happened while I was relaxing under a large tree. It began to rain. It doesn't sound strange. Okay, so we got these three boys, and apparently they're afraid of the rain. Alright, he was experimenting with the art, capitalized. Oh, and now we're getting some cool stuff. He attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. So he has these, like, magic books where he can, like, write things and they, like, become reality. Yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken it in half. Okay, so it looks like he tried to, like, write this boat into existence, but it was in the same place where there was this rock, and it just kind of, like, crashed into the rock and fell apart. Or the ship was broken in half by the rock. So the boat cannot move. I've enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks, yada yada. I've learned some interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. The nights are beautiful. I've made note and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Alright, here we go. I've been thinking of some plans for the lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. Hope by shining a bright light towards the horizon. Yeah, so he's looking if there are additional inhabitants in the surrounding islands. Alright, we got this picture of a lighthouse. I actually like this line. I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. So we got this dude who has these magic books that he can write things in. They come to life in this world. He had this plan to create a lighthouse. He got the tools required to create it, but then he just kind of left. And he's like, I want to let the inhabitants of the world kind of take over. Okay. So the rocks weren't secure. He had to alter his plans. The boys were helping him build this lighthouse. Construction will be done in 2 days. Yada yada. Oh, he powered up the generator. It shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. Alright, so next page. It was Will who first saw the girl. Who is the girl? So they noticed a girl, they noticed a man. Emmett was pleased to meet the additional neighbors. Alright. So whoever wrote this book is pleased to leave this age. He set in motion events that have nothing to do with the writing. Cool. So it's like he kind of set things in motion and then let the inhabitants of the world take over. We now have this nice overhead view of the stone ship age. So I'm going to take a picture. It'll last longer. Alright, putting that away for now. Look at this one. This is the mechanical age. You know what? Let's go back to this one. So this book mentions some constellations. I think I took a picture of that, right? Yeah, here we go. So earlier in this book, dude mentioned some constellations he found. Alright, flash forward. It's been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The 3 boys grew into adults. The lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition. Cool. And now we got these constellations in the back. So this kind of reminds me of the planetarium which we saw earlier. So we rotated the tower once. Let me try this again. Hello, Midnight Keeper. Welcome. We're playing Myst. Have you played Myst before? Yeah, this game is pretty peaceful. There's no, like, enemies or combat. It's all just about, like, exploring and puzzle solving. Alright, so we rotated the tower a second time. You can see this kind of viewing window here change positions a little bit. It's now pointed, I think, here at the planetarium. Let's go check it out. Ah, yeah. This is the thing I want. Alright, so the first time we rotated the tower, it was pointed at the ship, right? Oh no, the first time was the gear. This time it's pointed at, I think, the planetarium. Let's see. So we're in the tower here, right? Going up this ladder. Alright, so now it's pointed at the ship. Oh, you can kind of see the planetarium. You can see them both. Ah, and what's this? We got a different clue this time. So we got some dates here. Alright. So even though I took a screenshot, I'm gonna be old-fashioned and write this down in a notebook. Give me one moment. While I'm gone, Midnight Keeper, you're in charge. Alright, good news everyone. I got a notebook. Aw, I love you too, yokai. Good news, Midnight Keeper, I'm back. Alright, so I'm gonna write these dates down, because this seems important. We got October 11th, 1984. 10:04 a.m. Got January 17th. 12:07. I wonder if these dates have any significance outside the game. .46 a.m. and November 23rd. This is 9791. Jeez. 6:57 p.m. Alright, good news. We got our next hint. So, luckily, we have seen an area earlier where it looked like you can enter some dates and times. And that building is exactly where the tower is pointed, which is the planetarium. So, if we go back in here, man, I think this part looks so cool in VR. I don't normally get like motion sickness in games, but like looking at the ceiling here, turning around, I'm like, whoa. Alright. So, if we enter, a normal date and time here, like this, it just kind of takes us to a point in the map, right? Cool. So then we try and enter the dates we just got. This was October 11th, 10:04 a.m. I fat fingered that. It should be October 11th. There we go. So we have a very clear picture here. Looks like all the stars in the background kind of faded out. Hey, chat. Does this constellation look familiar? It was one of the ones from the book. So, I'm going to take a picture of this constellation, which will probably be important later. Alright, next date, we got January 17th. 12:07. .46 a.m. Aha! We got what appears to be another pretty clear constellation. Yo, this is exciting. Do you like watching me solve puzzles? What does Yokai say? Since you've thus ended your hiatus, I wonder if we'll soon see the return of Rikanti. I hope so. Kanti, are you still in the chat? She'll be back soon, streaming at ass o'clock in the morning. And then we got one last date to enter here. This is November 23rd. 9791. The distant future. At 6:57 p.m. There's no AM and PM here, so I'm gonna, being an ignorant American here, I'm gonna try and translate this to a 24-hour clock. That'd be 1857. How was my weekend? My weekend was good. I spent a lot of time playing Myst. Oh, we got another thing. So this is our third constellation. This kind of circly looking thing with these two doodads on the left and right. So I'm going to take a picture of all these. And we did it. We got our 3 dates and times, and we converted them into 3 constellations. So now, since I've played this game before and I was cheesy and I knew which book to look at, we can go back here to the Stone Ship Age. And in the back, we got some constellations. So, the 3 constellations we found, this first one. The first one we got was the Leaf. So I remember that. Had that kind of pattern here with the 3 bright stars. See, this is a rare constellation that actually looks like the thing. It's not like other constellations that are like, it's a bear or a crab. Like, you sure about that? This one, the bug, this was the third one we saw. This kind of circle with these little doodads, one off to the left and one off to the right. So, bug. And I think this is the third one. This one had like the least like discernible pattern here. let me go back to my screenshots. Rikanti says, we shall see. I hope so. I want to see a Rikanti stream. Alright, so that was the bug. So this had 3 kind of ones clustered in the top left. Those ones, right? Yeah, we got 3 in the top left here. Alright, so it's the snake. So, here's what we did so far. We pointed the tower at the sunken ship / planetarium. The clue we got was 3 dates and times. We went to the planetarium, entered that information. We got 3 images of constellations, and then we used the book labeled Stone Ship, which had the list of constellations, and we translated them and figured out that they are the leaf, the snake, and the bug. So now we got this fountain here with the sunken ship where we saw some symbols earlier. There's a flamingo. Not interested in that. No. Aha! A leaf. Alright, we want that one. Bug. Yeah, we want that one. And the snake. Alright, I think we got them all. And look at this. The model ship has risen from the fountain. Isn't that neat? Ricanti. What in the world? Thinking about non-stream ways of doing stuff. Oh man. I'm excited for your non-stream things. A week of Garfield. Listen, Mahadris, would you rather watch Ricanti play a week of Garfield or watch me play Myst? Which one would be more frustrating? Hey, check this out. This was the sunken ship on the dock where we started, and just as the model ship rose out of the fountain, the sunken ship is risen in the water. How neat is that? So we now have a ship. And if we enter this door, what do we find? It's a book! We have opened the book, and we are about to be transported to a strange new world. And we did it! We are in the stone ship age. We read about this age in the book in the library, and then we found another book that has transported us to the age that we read about. Isn't that awesome? And look at this. This is exactly what like the book described. This is the ship that came into existence on top of the rock. And now it's like half a ship that's like broken in half here. Alright, so I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to explore the stone ship age. Please look forward to it. While I'm gone, Mahadris, you're in charge. Alright, good news, everyone. I'm back. Hello, Luna. Welcome. Luna, we're playing Myst. Have you ever played Myst? We just made it to the stone ship age. Actually, one moment. Trying to tinker with the volume here so you can hear my lovely voice. Luna, how are you this evening? Alright, so we're in the stone ship age. We found this ship that crashed into the rocks that was described in the book. And if we try and go down to the lower deck, it is flooded. And then we got this little thing here with an umbrella. We're going to explore in a sec. What else do we got? We got this cavern we can explore, but it is also flooded. And you go up the rocks a little bit further. And there's a second cavern, which is also flooded. And then we go into... look, it's the lighthouse. One they built together. So we go into the lighthouse, and we can see this is also flooded. There's a keyhole on the wall. It looks like there's a ladder up there, but we can't reach it. Hello, Posh Rogue. Welcome. Y'all, I took my sweater off to prove that I'm like serious business now. Rebuilding your OBS. Sounds terrible. Luna said I look cute. Thank you, Luna. You always look cute. Alright, we got a key, and it's on a string. And I'm going to try and put it in the keyhole, but I can't reach. Because the string is too short. Like me. So, I'm going to leave this for now. And then we got this path here that we can climb up. Oh, and by the way, check this out. In our photo album. Luckily, I thought to take a photo here. This is a bird's eye view of the island, the stone ship age. So, you can see here as we started out, we got the little umbrella thingy here, the lighthouse, and we got this spiral staircase going with the mountain that I'm climbing now. So, thank goodness I thought to take a screenshot there, because otherwise, we got no way to get back to the main island, so I would be hosed. We got our music here. So we got this telescope that we can kind of rotate around. This just kind of gives you a 360 view around the island here. Alright. So this is the only area I haven't checked out yet. We got this little umbrella thing here giving us some shade over yet another device. Another lever and a button. Oh, we got a redemption. Oh, that's not quite stable. But there we go. Oh, while I'm futzing with this Metroid, chat, it looks like we have like 3 positions we can put this lever in. We can go left, middle, right. Vote. Which one do you want me to do? Hashrogue is being a scooch. I can't have the Metroid and the cat ears at once, so I'm gonna do the cat ears.
Yeah.
Alright, Mahedra says left. So we push the lever to the left, we hit the button, and we hear what sounded like some water pumping. And hey, check this out. The shit that used to be flooded, water's now gone. But we got these other areas, these caverns here are still flooded. And, oops. And the lighthouse is also still flooded. So, let's go and explore the ship. Aw, Poshrogue said I look really pretty. Thank you, Poshrogue, you're sweet. Aw, I miss you too. Alright, so we can now explore the lower deck of this ship. We got this watertight door, which is lucky. Otherwise this area would be like destroyed or flooded or whatever. We got a desk with a button on it. And once again, if you hit the button, it does nothing. Because that's what happens when you play Myst. I'm kind of curious here. We got this cable going out. So is this like some kind of like electric powered desk? We get this like underwater cable here. But so it appears that like something should happen when we hit this button. We got this like cable going here, but it appears that it's not powered at the moment. So I think that's really all we can do here for now. Yeah, it's a dumb desk with a button on it. Luna, that does sound like a strange experience. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Alright, so we tried making the thing go left. I'm gonna turn this, so we're gonna go for the center now. Okay, so the ship has been flooded again. Aha! But this area is clear. So we got 2 paths that are now available to us. So I guess I'm just going to take this first one. And this might be another example of what I love in this game. We're going to go down the thing. So listen. There's no music now, but as we descend further into the cavern. Alright, never mind. I guess we don't get any music until we go into this room. Alright, so we have this nice, very opulent room here with this fancy carpet and bed. We got a globe. That second red globe. Got some fancy teacups and candles. Alright, so we got like Mr. Fancy Pants room here. All these like different fabrics. Gold coins and jewels. Oh shoot, look at this. We found a red page. Luna, did you buy anything cute? Oh, you were shopping with your mom. Alright, so in these drawers, so we got like the opulent like gems and tapestries and everything, but then we also got like a dagger and like some mysterious looking bottles which may or may not be poison. And, like syringes and pills here. So this room's kind of freaking me out. Oh, we got this other cool thing. This gadget. Don't really know what this does. Like transforms. Alright, I'm gonna leave this room for now. Alright, so time to explore cavern number 2. Yes! Sci Guy, welcome! Believe it or not, this is not Real Myst. Real Myst was the 2014 remake. This is an even newer version, which is just called Myst. This is the 2021 remake. Although I have also played Real Myst, which I enjoyed. This is my first time playing through this beginning to end. Though I've played many versions of Myst at this point. Alright, so, how are the brothers doing? Still insane. It's 2 brothers. Yeah, we're learning about the brothers here. Sci Guy, if you are just joining us, I'm playing this game. This is the game that I nominated for my game club with some work friends. So we're all playing through Myst right now. Since this was my chosen game, I've played this before, but I'm kind of narrating my way through it so that for anyone here watching this, if this is your first time, I don't want to just, speed run through this game. I want to, explain some of the puzzles and lore so that hopefully it will be fun for you to watch. Was it really? Alright, Saiga, you and I are going to have to talk later because I love Myst, but I've really only played like the first game, and I kind of want to get into the other ones. But I'm like scared to try because they're so confusing. Alright, so this room kind of contrasts sharply with the other one, where it was all, like fancy, opulent tapestries and everything. This one's more stark. We just got this simple, flat mattress here. Some creepy looking masks on the wall. Some dim lighting through this, like, what appears to be a human rib cage. We got this doodad here. It's like a hologram that grows, that transforms to a skull. Yo, this is literally my dress. Check this out. Good night, Luna. Yeah, I did not plan this, but it was neat. Saka, you've played all 6 games. Alright, I'm gonna play Raven after this. I've decided. I wish they would remake it, though. I need, like, an updated version of Raven. Alright, we got drawers. Aha! Alright. So we appear to have half of a note. It says marker switch something. So I'm gonna take a picture of this. It seems like it'll be important later. So we got a note talking about the marker switches on the island, which of course we used earlier. Aha! We have found a blue page. So we had the fancy red room where we found the red page, and we got the creepy blue room where we found the blue page. Unfortunately, missed 4 retcons out of the game. Oh, we got a redemption for Salt. One moment. Hello, friends. Today's Myst stream is brought to you by Salt. If you love Myst, I highly recommend checking out Salt. Available in fine grocery stores today. All right. Salt for when you've spent 3 hours trying to figure out what this lever does. Yokai's correct. I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on the internet. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a streamer. ABSP, oh no. Welcome back. How long were you gone? I'll summarize for ABSP. Oh, we got a show outfit. Alright. One moment. Y'all, this dress has pockets. Alright, so ABSP says the last thing I saw was we found a book. If it was the book on the sunken ship, that, thank you, ABSP, for the clip. You are so sweet. Yeah, the dress has skulls, and it's got, like, what's really neat is it's got, roses and skulls, just as, we saw this thing, and, like, a rose that will transform into a skull. For anyone who just joined, I'm going to show you. My dress, I was about to say my dress was inspired by this. It was not. It was a coincidence. But check this out. We got, was it in, it might have been the other room. I goofed. Well. Gosh darn it. Thank you, Mahadris, for catching that. Hello, Qopal Records. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. That was on me. Just, yeah, it's Mish Vision. That's me, not fixing my camera, because, I'm kind of a dope. But good news, we fixed it now. So for those of you who missed it earlier, I gotta show you this neat thing. We got this doodad, this like hologram thing. Shows a rose and it transforms into a skull. It's like my dress. My dress. Yes, those of you who, if you missed it. Listen here, you. That was a good pun. Alright, so I think I tried unsuccessfully like 3 times to explain to ABSP what they missed. Anyway, welcome Qopal Records. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're glad to have you. But yeah, I was explaining what ABSP missed. So we got the book, it transported us to the island. We are now in the stone ship age, which was described in one of the books in the library. So we've actually been transported to that age, and we were exploring. We got these areas that were flooded. We got this thing over here, which appears to be some sort of water pump that can clear the water out of these areas to let us explore. We found what appears to be 2 different bedrooms. There was the fancy red bedroom that had a red page in it, and the creepy blue room that had a blue page in it. So we got a red page, we got a blue page, and if only we had a way back to the main island, we could return those pages to the red and blue books in the library. But unfortunately, we don't know how to do that yet. Hey, Opal Records. Welcome to the chat. How did you discover the Myst stream? We are glad to have you here. And also, have you played Myst? Alright, so here is an area we have not really explored yet, the lighthouse. So if we move this lever to the right, this is the one position we haven't tried yet. Good news! We have cleared the water out of the lighthouse here. So, we have this treasure chest at the bottom, which is attached to this barrel. So you can empty the water out of the barrel. This is the important part. You gotta remember to close this valve afterwards to seal it up. So now we get this empty barrel here, and the plan is we're gonna flood this with water again. This now empty barrel should float up to the top. Also, this is such a minor difference, but I think in this version of the game they included this kind of like guide wire here that like this barrel's attached to. Because I remember in the first game I was like, that's very convenient. This is floated to exactly the place where we need it to, instead of just like randomly floating away or tipping over. So good on you, creators of the Myst remake, for filling in that plot hole. I regret nothing. Hey, check it out. Our barrel with the attached treasure chest is now floated up. So, we had this keyhole. There's a key here, which won't reach that keyhole, but it will reach this one. So we open it with that key, and in this chest is another key, which is also on a string, and this string is long enough to reach this keyhole. So, good news. I have solved their key on a string puzzle, and the ladder rungs have come out, so we can now climb up. Alright, good news everyone. We are now at the top of the lighthouse. So we got this wheel here, which I can spin. So when I did that, you can see this meter kind of fills up. The screen went black for a second, and you hear this kind of buzzing, I guess to like drive home the point that this is like an electric generator. That I think was a change they made in this version of the game, which, whatever, it's such a minor thing, it's not even worth discussing, but since I'm here, you have to listen to me discuss it. It's kind of silly, because like everything went black for a second, but like you're still outside, like you didn't turn off the sun. Anyway, that was kind of a silly change. But good news, we have turned on the electricity, and now the lighthouse is lighting up. So we're about to get to one of the more obtuse puzzles in this game. This is one of the things where, like, I needed the strategy guide as a kid, because I'm like, there is no way you would ever know this. We're going to use the telescope, we're going to explore, and we're going to notice here's the lighthouse, which you can now see clearly, since we turned on the light and it's blinking. And notice, in the telescope, it is at 135 degrees. That's what the lighthouse is. So remember that. 135 degrees. And I think that's the only really noteworthy thing here. Right. I do like this detail they added. This, you can actually, the sound effects, you can hear like the electricity humming. It's a nice kind of audio cue that like you did something. So I do appreciate that. I think a lot of the changes they made are good. Some of them are kind of silly. Y'all, do you like when I point out the changes in this game, or nah? Alright, so our generator's dying. I'm gonna wind this up so we get some more juice. Need some more kilowatts. I think I might have goofed slightly. So we can see the same cables here that are powering the lighthouse, right? They're turning on that light. You can see the cable. If you follow where the cables go, you can see one goes to this one pathway here and the other goes to that other pathway. These are the two caverns we explored, which leads to the two brothers' bedrooms, where we got the red page and the blue page. I'm gonna have to use the pump to clear the water out of this area. One moment. Alright. So we have gotten our generator all spun up. Now I can go down these caverns and look at that. There's lighting. Isn't that neat? Aha! So we got this door, which I think was always here, but we may not have noticed it because it wasn't lit up. In previous versions of the game, I think there was like a button you had to hit to open the door, which wasn't very obvious. Alright, here comes perhaps the most obtuse puzzle in this game. We have these corridors here that kind of connect the two brothers', bedrooms. We got this nice, beautiful area. We're surrounded. Looks like we got this underwater viewing area with these fish, and we got this compass rose here, this indicator for north, and a bunch of buttons around it. If you hit any of these buttons, you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm going to demonstrate it now. I'm going to hit one of these buttons, and it looks like you set off this alarm. The electricity goes out. You get these emergency lights flashing, and this buzzer means we messed it up. But there's a trick to this. The trick is you have to remember that when we went up to the telescope at the top of the island, we found the lighthouse, and that was at 135 degrees. And the way to solve that puzzle is to remember that, to go to that compass, to find where north is, assume that it's 0 degrees, and then you find, going to the right from that, you find where 135 degrees would be, and that's the button you want to hit. That's the only button that works. I admit, I did not figure that puzzle out on my own. I cheated. I read a strategy guide when I was a kid, and I said, that was a really hard puzzle. Here we go. Okay, so there is north, we'll call that 0 degrees, which means that this yellow one would be 90. And that would be 180. 135 is halfway in between, so it's this red one. right? We did it! We have solved the compass puzzle. So, instead of getting the alarm, we got these nice lights shining in here. We did it. I'm not gonna hit any other buttons. I don't want to risk breaking it. I don't even want to breathe on it. We got it working. So, what does that mean? We have these lights on here showing that there's like electricity flowing through these underwater cables. And we actually saw some underwater cables earlier. It was when we were in the lower deck of the ship. There was that desk. Do you remember that? There's a button. Didn't do anything. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try that again. Oh, look at this. We got some lights here and some fishes. These lights weren't on before. Now we got this cable coming in from the outside. So I'm going to try the desk again. Chat, are you excited for this? Let me know. Give me some emotes in the chat if you're excited to see what happens. Oh yeah. We got a book. Hello, Devil Huntress L, and hello, Chloe. Welcome to the chat. Chloe, we're playing Myst. Have you played Myst before? It's very confusing. Alright, so, to summarize what just happened, we've just returned from the Stone Ship age, and we have collected a red page and a blue page. And we're going to return them to their books and see what happens now. Alright, we're about to get some dialogue / info dump. So, while this is happening, Chloe and Devil Huntress, tell me some things. How was your day?
You've returned. Thank you for bringing the red page. You must continue to help me. My name is Cirrus. Release me. I beg you to find your name. You must release me, for I release me from this.
Hello, Bewitcher. Welcome. Aw, you're sweet.
Bring me the red page. I need more red pages, please. Beg. Don't waste time. Look. Don't.
I've been good. We're playing Myst. Bewitcher, have you played Myst before?
My brother is killed. I wrongfully imprisoned.
Oh man,
Bring the red page
it's a good
to
game,
me.
but the puzzles can be kind of obtuse. It's not very straightforward. Okay, so we returned the red page to the book, and we learned some information. We know that this dude is named Cirrus. He says that he has been wrongfully imprisoned in this book, and that we should find more red pages in order to free him. Yeah, if you like cryptic, you will love this game. Alright, let's see what a blue page man has to say.
You've returned! I thought you wouldn't return. Yes, to rescue me. I'm back now.
Oh man, Bewitcher, this game sounds right up your alley then.
Be complete. Don't always those blue pages. Listen to him. Listen to my brother. Egotistical fool and a liar. Help me. Bring me the blue pages. Ignore the red ones. Don't bring the red ones. Earnestly implore you. Wrongfully imprisoned. You must believe me. Will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue pages. Pages, please.
Alright, so this dude basically told us the exact opposite. He said that he was wrongfully imprisoned. Don't trust his brother. You should only find the blue pages, and not the red ones. So, we're getting some mixed messages here from the two brothers. Alright, so, we have explored one of the... We're back in the main island of Myst, and so far we've explored one of the other ages, which was the Stone Ship Age. But we actually got a clue earlier, when we pointed the tower at the clock, which we have not used yet, so it's time to learn about another one of these ages. Y'all, let me know in the chat, do you like Myst, or am I just a weirdo? I like Myst. Alright, I'm going to pick up another book now. This one is about the Mechanical Age. Alright. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm gonna try and give you the Cliff Notes version here. Alright, so we went to this island. Met a very old man with a long beard. A hair that hangs to his waist. There was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. So in the east there was a lookout post. People had no means of traveling on the water. It would be admirable to save this civilization and stop the enemy's plan of destruction. Alright, so the dude is working on a plan for protection for the people on this island. Ah, we got another redemption. Alright, this one's for the Metroid. Y'all, Ricanti's watching the stream, but she's also playing Myst and doesn't want any spoilers. So I'm pretty sure that she's got it muted. But she's listening in the chat, so no spoilers for Ricanti, please. There we go. Staring. Hello, Luna. Welcome. How are you this evening? Luna, have you played Myst before? Oh, you unmuted. Alright, cool. Alright, so basically he's building a fortress to protect the people of this island. Here we go. My son's been spending much of their spare time on the South Island. Alright, so he's praising the sons as intelligent and creative. I like this diagram here with this staircase that looks like you can raise or lower it. More on that soon. Alright, they love the world except the gray sky. Like the blue sky in Myst. So the diary jumps ahead here. It's been 6 months of work. They finally finished the fortress. Ah, thank you, Luna. You're sweet. Oh, let me step back and show you my dress. It's super cute. And it matches my nails. Alrighty, here we go. We're about to learn some important things. You're sweet, Luna. Alright, inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. Makes use of a technology called holography. Oh, here we go. After I compensate for some small miscalculations, this holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Important stuff. See, I wish I read these books the first time I played the game, because there's so many valuable hints here. So the basic idea is there is, in this island, we're going to find this holographic device, which will help us learn to use the fortress. Alright, cool. The enemy is due to come soon. I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection. Here we go. This might be useful. I'm taking a screenshot here. Alright, so the ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Yada yada. Alright, cool. So, they survived the attack. They smiled as they watched the enemy boats leave. So they had a small celebration. Survivors danced. Let's see what else we got. Alright, here we go. First, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. Okay, so I don't know, this might not have been obvious from the first book, but now we know that these diary entries are written by Atris. And he talks about his sons, Cirrus and Achenar, who are the ones imprisoned in the books. And then we've got his wife, Catherine, who we've heard about, but we haven't seen yet. Okay, so he went to this mechanical age, built a fortress to protect people from the invaders, and then they celebrated, and he hopes to return someday. And that's the end. Alright, so I went a little bit out of order, but we're going to use the clue that we got previously, right? And when we rotated this thing towards the gear, I'm going to, for anyone who just joined, I'll show you this clue. We got this tower in the library that we can rotate. We got a secret passageway here. I'm gonna take the elevator, going from the library up to the tower. Epilite, welcome. Oh man, Eppo, have you played Myst before? Actually, can we get a shout out for Eppo? Or can't he? If you're not muted, will you shout out Epilite? I don't want to watch, but I'll listen. All right, cool. Well, Eppo, if you're still in the chat, can you tell me, have you played this game before? Is that why you don't want to watch? Like, you're trying to avoid spoilers? This game is a lot of fun. It's a classic. Alright, so going up the tower here, we can see these gears. Oh no! Can we also get a shout out for Good Game Luna? In my defense, I forgot that I had a bot. I've only had this bot for like 2 streams. I forgot that I actually have the ability to shout out people now. Excuse me. Oh, you're welcome. Everyone should check out Epo. She's the best. But yeah, so we rotated the tower towards the gear, and now we have this clue, 240, 221. So, it's time to take the elevator back down. Also, Mahidris, thank you. Thank you for doing the shout-out. You are the best. Listen, I'm trying, Luna. I would like to stream more regularly. I want to force myself to get on a regular schedule. So today's Monday. If I could stream 2 days a week, I'm thinking about doing like Monday and Thursday. That would be nice. But this is more of like an aspirational goal. But I would like to stream more often. Epo, tell me some things. What fun things did you do this weekend? Yes, I can read this. What are you doing? Are you in some like chat only Twitch view? You worked. Boo. Alright, so we're gonna use the clue that we just got, which what? Sorry about this. Okay. You got your ass kicked? Oh no, what happened? Alright, so we're gonna use the clue that we got. It was the first part was 240 and then 221. So we got the clock here, and I'm gonna make this go to 2, 30, 35, 40, 240. Boom! Sorry, better about 3 days. Check it out. We now have a path going to the clock. Is that awesome? Chat, let me know. Give me some emotes in the chat if this was awesome. Oh, and we got our final marker switch in the island, which we can now turn on. So I got that going for me. We got this door and clock tower we can open now. And we have this mechanical gear puzzle. This is another thing I love about this game, is that each of the different worlds kind of have their own like personality. There's like, you know, different technology they use. So the last one we had was like the stone ship island, and it was all about, you know, pumping water in and out of, you know, different areas to let you explore, using the electric generator in the lighthouse. This one is all mechanical. It's all gears and levers. So I hope you like gears. So here's how this puzzle works. We know the first part of the clue was 240, which we used on the clock to gain access to this. And now we have this puzzle, which we know from our other clue, we want to say 221. So Ricanti actually solved this puzzle earlier today. I watched her solve it. It was very long and frustrating, but she did eventually get to the correct answer. So you can see you got these gears currently. It says 333. You have the left lever here, which you can pull. It rotates the bottom 2 gears. And you have this lever on the right, which rotates the top 2 gears. And we wanted to say 221. You've got this kind of counterweight that goes down as you rotate these things. You can see, eventually this weight's going to get to the bottom. And then you can't rotate it anymore. You've like run out of turns. So you can pull this lever on the right and this resets it. Now, there's a little bit of a trick to this puzzle. So Ricanti correctly noticed that given these 2 levers, you know, this one that rotates the bottom 2 gears, this one that rotates the top 2 gears, it's actually not possible to arrive at a solution if that's the only way to interact with the puzzle. But here's the trick. If you hold down one of the levers, check this out. The bottom 2 gears are going to rotate, but then just the middle gear like continues to rotate more. Once you know that, the puzzle becomes solvable. Alright, because you can just do something like this. we have solved the gear puzzle. Mercanti did the math. I was like legitimately impressed with that. Like, most people just get this thing through like trial and error. You wrote like a full like proof. You were like, I don't think it's possible. And I was like trying not to jump out of my chair, like telling you the solution. All right, so check this out. This is kind of cool. This is a parallel to what we saw earlier, where we had like, you know, the first one where we got like the stone ship age, and we had like the constellations, and then you had like the fountain with like the mini like model ship in it, and the ship like kind of rose out of the water. So here we have a mini representation of a gear, and it looked like it opened up. And luckily, we have seen a gear previously on the island. And I will take us there now. Epilay, are you enjoying this? Is this making you want to play Myst in VR? I hope I'm not spoiling too much of the game for you. Alright, good news. So this is the gear close to where we started on the island, and you can see that it has rotated and opened up. And look at this. It is another book, and it is going to take us to the mechanical age. You did not do the math on this part. Alright, good news everyone. We're in the mechanical age. Now, I do have to nitpick one thing in the book that we were reading earlier, in the diary. He was saying that his sons didn't like this age because like the sky was gray instead of like the beautiful blue sky like Myst. This is a pretty beautiful blue sky. I don't know what they're talking about. Alright, so first thing we notice, well, let me step back so we can kind of get the lay of the land here. So we notice this is the fortress that we read about in the diary, that they had these, you know, ships that were invading, and the fortress kind of held off the attack. We've got here what appears to be a puzzle with these various symbols. If I knew the correct combination, something would probably happen, but I do not. Pretty great. Oh, you. Alright, so we got some rocks over here. Looks like there's not much we can explore outside. So let's go into the fortress. Alright, so we got this fork in the road here in this metallic mechanical fortress here. I'm gonna go left because I am left-handed. Alright, so we got this fancy looking room here. And once again, I love their use of music. I feel like there's either no music or this very mysterious music that just like evokes like curiosity and exploration. Alright, so we got this old-timey Renaissance painting of this lady here. We got this royal-looking dude with his like spears. Got this crazy tapestry going on. I like this part here, this kind of throwback to a lot of the things from the main island on Myst. We got the rocket ship, the ship, the clock. I actually don't know what this painting is of. If anyone is a huge Myst fan in the chat, let me know. Hello, Mighty Collector, welcome. We're playing Myst. We got these kind of light up gems here. And we got a telescope. Though we might not actually be able to use this one, which is disappointing. Oh, I like this part. There's like this wind up bird. Don't get the bird all wound up. Oh, he's flapping. Alright. So. other things. We got what appears to be a chess set. Although, an actual chess set would have maybe an 8x8 grid, and this is 6 squares by 6. So, maybe it's some other game they invented. In any case, we can open this up and there's a button. If you look closely, you can see like a cable here. I guess that's how the button's getting power. I don't know. But I appreciate that little detail. Anyway, hit that button and it opens up a secret door. Holy moly. Alright. So the first thing we see in the secret room is a red page. So I'm gonna grab that right now. We got a note. It says, Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Akanar. Alright, so this kind of confirms what we knew earlier. We got these two brothers, Cirrus and Akanar, sons of Atreus and Catherine, and appears to be some bad blood between them. Cirrus is the one who's imprisoned in the Red Book, right? So we just found the red page. So I guess this is like Cirrus's room. We got this note from his brother Akanar, so definitely bad blood between these two brothers. We got this treasure chest full of some gold bullion and some coins. What else do we got? A bunch of boxes, but these are all locked. I don't think we can open any of these. Alright, so I'm gonna look. We got our red page. We got what we came for. We got this area here. This is the staircase we can lower. This is the same staircase that we saw from the book on the Mechanical Age. I'm gonna come back there later. Alright, so now we got a second room here. With another creepy mask on the wall. So this looks like the other brother. This looks like Akanar's room. We got some like maces, a crossbow, some like medieval looking helmets and swords. We got a button here with another secret door. That one is less well hidden than the other one inside the chess game. Alright, so we got our blue page, which is one of the things we came for. We got more bottles of poison here. A knife. We got what appears to be an electrified cage here. So, it's like Akanar's into some kinky stuff. Ah! You're cute! Thank you, Epholite. Eppo, are you still watching? Or did you turn off your video? I'm gonna step back and show off my dress. You ready? Ah, you're sweet, Epholite. You missed my dress go spinny. Alright, there's no reason for me to be here, so I'm gonna get the heck out. Okay, so check this out. So this, we actually know about this. It says rotation simulator. This is using the hologram technology to kind of teach people how this fortress works to rotate it. And we know this from the book that we read on the main, the library in the main island of Myst. Okay, so You never understood that? Wait, never understood what? Dress go spinny? So we got this thing here. Ah! Thank you, Mahadris. Why am I so bad at this? Mahadris, thank you for reminding me about the camera. I apologize for being so bad at streaming. Alright. It wouldn't be a Myst stream without a little bit of scuff. Alright, so here's how the rotation simulator works. We got a left lever and a right lever here. And it appears at first that the right lever does nothing and the left lever only rotates it like a little tiny bit. What's actually going on is the left lever will kind of like lock the tower into place when it's down. So you push it up and that kind of unlocks it, and then you hold the right lever and that'll like rotate it. Right. And then when you release the right lever, it kind of snaps back to like the closest one of these 4 points, you know, north, south, east, or west. And then you pull the left lever down and that kind of locks it into place again. And you notice when you go to each one of these cardinal directions, north, south, east, or west, you get a different sound. So that sounds kind of like a whoosh. That's east. Not to be confused with Myst. And then when you go north, you get like a bell ringing. West, you get kind of a weird. I don't know how to describe that sound. Chat, how would you describe that sound? And then south, you get a ding, like a metal pan or something. All right, so. They didn't actually rotate the tower, that was just the rotation simulator. That shows you how it works. Alright, so I'm going back where I was before. This is the area where we hit the button to drop the staircase down. And when I get down here, you get another lever, yet another rotating thing. This game loves levers, it loves elevators, and it loves rotating. So I'm going to push this. This part was confusing to me the first time I played it because I thought this was rotating the tower, but it's not. This is just rotating like the elevator that we're about to get on. So we're moving the staircase back up. Now we can get ourselves to this elevator. This game, I don't know if I made this clear, but it loves elevators. Are you ready? So, we just got in this elevator, and we can see these 2 buttons don't appear to do anything at the moment. So the only button we can really use is this one for up. So I'm about to show you, Recanti, if you're still in the chat, you might want to mute this part, because I'm about to show you the solution to this puzzle that drove me crazy forever. So here's the key to figuring out the mechanical age. We just got in this elevator here. And by the way, I love this part, how this room is just like completely silent. It's like, okay, what do I do? You got this button, which appears to not do anything. You can get back in the elevator. So previously, we could only use the top button, right? And that took us up. Makes sense. We got these 2 other buttons here. I'm going to try down. That takes us back down. This is the floor we started. Unsurprising. Let's try that again. Okay, we're back up in this kind of silent chamber here. So we haven't tried the middle button yet. Let me try that one. So it kind of buzzes for a second or whatever. Door closes. Takes us down. Anyone in the chat, if you're claustrophobic, you might want to skip this part. Okay, so I hit the middle button, and we're kind of like between the floors now. And the door doesn't open. We're just surrounded by what appears to be like solid stone. And I'm trapped in this tiny elevator. Great. So what the heck was the point of that? Here's the point. Here's the way to solve this. You go up. Right? You're just stuck in this kind of tiny room here. You can't do anything. The way to solve it, you get in the elevator, you hit this middle button, and then you step out. And while it's buzzing, it gives you a second before the door closes. Then the elevator lowers. The controls, they were hidden on top of the elevator the whole time. Chat, did I just blow your mind? Give me some emotes in the chat if that blew your mind. Alright, so we got these two levers here. And would you believe they're similar to the levers we saw earlier for the tower rotation simulator. Except this is not a simulator. This is the real thing. We're going to actually rotate the tower. And I'm going to demonstrate that now. So we use the left lever to kind of unlock it, I guess. Hello, Ivy Mike. Welcome. We're playing Myst. I'm about to rotate this tower. So we got that kind of metal pan type sound, which means the tower is currently facing south. I'm going to try rotating it. Alright, so we got the whoosh sound, which means that I've turned the tower east. And thankfully we have this button here to call the elevator back. Otherwise I would have been trapped here forever. Hello, Ivy Mike. How are you this evening? Welcome to our Myst stream. Have you played Myst? I think you did. We talked about this on like Instagram, right? There was somewhere I posted. I feel like you mentioned you had played Myst. In like 35 years, yeah, that sounds about right. It is an oldie but a goodie. This is the recent remake from just last year, which added optional VR support, although of course I'm not playing in VR. So we just left the tower, and holy moly, the whole tower is rotated on this giant gear. Isn't that wonderful? You can see, I think that's where we started. That was the south. And now we're in the east island. And look at this. It is a hint for a puzzle. Looks like two symbols. Out of the 4 that we saw from that kind of puzzle in the beginning. So, we've learned by rotating the tower, we can get a hint for that puzzle in the beginning. So let me try and rotate it again, see if we can get the rest of it. Yes, that's right, Ivy Mike, you mentioned the parody called Pissed, which I have not played, but I know that John Goodman appeared in it, so I'm kind of curious about that game. Alright, so just like last time, we use the left lever to kind of unlock the tower. Alright, we got a ding, which I believe means the tower is now facing north. Alright, check this out. This appears to be the other half of the puzzle that we were looking for. Hello, 32-bit kid. What were you reacting to with those eyeballs there? Alright, so that kind of weird sound. Yes! I mean, like, I love that meme. Yeah, it's totally true. This game is full of, like, levers and buttons and switches that, like, appear to do nothing. But, like, something happens behind the scenes and you have to figure it out. Alright, so we rotated the tower, and I think we're west now. So this is a dead end. But that's okay, because we already have all the information we need. We just need to rotate it back to its original position. Oh my god, the trauma from this game will forever keep me from thinking escape room is a fun time. Yeah, I get that. Hello, Odd Audrey, welcome. Mods, can we get a shout out for Odd Audrey? Welcome to the chat. Audrey, have you played Myst? Oh, you literally just played it? Did you play? I'm playing the new one. Did you play it in VR? Alright, we got a dink, which I think means we're back to the original position. Audrey, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Just the remake on Game Pass, gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot in this game. Yes! Oh my god, Audrey, I was just talking about that. That, like, blew my mind when you had to, like, hit the middle button and then exit the elevator. And you let the elevator go down without you. And then it's like, you find the controls hidden there. I'm like, ah, game, you got me. Alright, so we got our red and blue pages, and we've now returned back where we started to this kind of thing here. And luckily, I took some photos, which I can use to solve this. So those are the second two symbols there. The spiky thing with the ball and the half circle. Okay, and then the first two symbols, we got a almost complete circle and this kind of weird thing. I'm about to do it. I'm gonna do it. stuff literally means nothing in the Two Brothers room. What do you mean? It's just like, it's just there for like, I don't know, just there to look at. Like it doesn't actually do anything. I like the mechanical bird though. It's cute. Good news! We have returned to the island of Myst. Wait, Audrey, was this your first time playing through Myst? Were you and your friend, like, figuring it out for the first time together? Because that honestly sounds like a lot of fun. I have played this before. I'm kind of revisiting this game. Alright, so we get our blue page. And... I'm going to talk to the blue guy first this time.
You're back. Blue pages you brought for me. Oh, I must have some more. I ask of you. No. Since my brother, Cirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid scheme. Pretty speech has been. Read which is endless. Be perfectly obvious to you. Evil and his destroyed all but four. Do not bring the red pages to him. You must not let him trick you. Tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. To bring the blue pages.
Yeah, this guy's losing it.
Listen to me. Listen. You must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
Alright, so basically more of the same. He's like, the blue pages are my only hope. My brother wrongfully imprisoned me, betrayed our father, all that. Let's see what Cirrus has to say.
Have returned. Additional page. From my prison on this forgotten island of Myst. I see that you are. I am called Cirrus. I need all the red pages. I must search. Bring me. Two more of the red pages. And I am released. I promise. Warn you, don't touch the blue pages. It's where my brother, wicked brother, Acheron. He is a man of distorted mind and senses.
The Metroid fits unusually well with my outfit. Yeah, the red in the Metroid matches my nails and
Do not release
the roses in my dress.
Thirst for destruction is none. Never ending. Bring the red page. I beg you, please, release me from this prison. I promise you will be greatly rewarded. You must help me. I beg you to help me.
Alright, so we got Achenar telling us to find only the blue pages. We got Cirrus telling us to only find the red pages. I don't know which one we should trust. But they did tell us there are 2 more pages left. So we know there are 2 more ages that we can get to from the island of Myst that we still have to explore. Let's see. We got this map here. So aside from the main island, we have explored 2 out of the 4 ages. And I think that is a good place to call it for this evening. Please join us next time when we will resume our playthrough of Myst. It's going to be great. Thank you all for choosing to spend your Monday evening with me. To everyone in the chat, you are the sweetest. Huge thank you to our mods, Ricanti and Mahedris. And, oh, don't leave. We're going to find someone to raid. It's going to be great. One moment, please. Let me save my Jame. Oh, yeah. Okay. One moment.
I mean, hour and a half would be okay.
Who in the world are we gonna raid? Alright, we're gonna raid my friend Neptune. Please stick around. Raid is starting soon. Do not leave. It's gonna be great. Raiding in 4 seconds. Good night, chat. I love you all. Tell them Mish sent you.